My feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso right here on SABC3. Happy Hump Day, everybody. Well, you know what they say, once you have reached the peak of the week, it's down straight to the weekend. But now on Expresso, it's all about getting ready to throw yourself into the workforce in South Africa. But it seems we need a little help in identifying just where jobs are available. Well, we're back with Dagny Hooker, the sales director from CV Writing and Recruitment Specialist, CV Profs, to point you in the right direction.
Lovely.
I like the fact that we're speaking about the CV now. Actually, let's move over to the work, because the rate of jobs in South Africa is alarmingly high. People is kind of in a panic, like, is there enough jobs? But let's start there. Is there enough jobs for people? Are there not enough jobs for people? Or are people just not looking in the right places?
Look, I feel that there are enough opportunities out there. But what we find in today's times is you get a school leaver that thinks they're going to walk into a job that pays 10,000 Rand a month, and they're going to have a corner office, and they're going to have everything brought to them. I mean, it's realistic. You know, we deal with it on a regular basis. And I think people just need to keep their wits about them and look on the websites. There's a list of websites that we use, from Indeed to Careers24, PNet, Career Junction. There's a whole bunch of websites that you can consult, and provided that your CV is formatted correctly, you should have success in applying for the jobs that you are looking for. You also need to make sure you've got the correct experience, because otherwise, you know, it doesn't help being a receptionist and applying for a travel and tourism job.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work that way. So we've got to also take into account that entry-level jobs, there's nothing wrong with them. People that are studying to do their dream job, there's no shame in taking a job as a petrol pump attendant or working serving pizza in a Pizza Hut. And I think a lot of people, especially youngsters these days, and I'm not labeling anybody, but they do look at it and they think, oh gee, wow, what are my friends going to think if they see me serving pizza? You know, like, I wear my name brands on a weekend and we go to all the nicest places, and now I'm actually serving them their tea and coffee on a weekend. And you know, there's no shame in it. We have to remove that element of shame. If you look at the job market in today's times, we are moving more towards a technological everybody wants to be in technology. And that rate is like the 10th job that's on the list. Teachers are at number 9. We've got number 1 being your tradesmen, welders, boiler makers, guys, yes, that can work with their hands. We're in desperate shortage of these guys. I can see why our president has actually said, listen, guys, grade 10, leave. Go work with your hands. Not everybody is designed to go to university.
Yes.
Not everybody is equipped to work with their hands. It's actually a very special skill. And if people can actually get into that field, there's a wide scope of jobs that are going available. They're in very high demand. Secondly, we need management, which is really tricky, because if nobody's got the experience, it's tricky to get people into proper management positions.
Yes.
Sales representatives are quite high on the list. If you look at admin positions, they clock in at number 7. There aren't a lot of admin positions. The only time that they really open up really quickly is when someone leaves. So we've got to keep our eye on things and our finger on the pulse. But I mean, at the moment, we've got 40,000 teaching positions available in South Africa. Why are they not being filled? It's not like we have a shortage of teachers. I think we have a shortage of teachers that want to maybe work at a specific type of school or with specific types of kids, maybe special needs kids. So we need to focus more on rather filling the position while you're waiting for the dream job to come along. You know, instead of saying, oh, gee, I want to be in IT and that's all I'm going to do. Rather give yourself a break and say, okay, I'm going to start as a receptionist at the IT company, or I'm going to be serving coffee.
Yes.
And I want to learn and see what they're doing.
I mean, it's absolutely important to start somewhere. You know, there's no point in sitting at home and waiting for, you know, an opportunity for you. I think lastly, Dagny, if someone finds that they may be in an industry that's not job secure, right? Is it safe for them to kind of look for one that is?
It's a matter of personal preference at the end of the day. You get a lot of people that are so passionate about their work that even if the industry is not job secure, they'll stay where they are because they're comfortable there. They know they're doing what they love. And I mean, the old saying is, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And sometimes at the expense of everything else. But at the end of the day, there's no problem with actually looking to see what else is out there. If you need to educate yourself, make sure that you get the relevant qualification to move into maybe a different field that's related to what you're doing. But make sure that you put measures in place before you just up and go. Otherwise, you're going to join the unemployment list. You really want to make sure that you are thinking about things and seeing them through. Make sure that you're not just making a random move. And it also opens up, when we find that a job secure market actually goes insecure, we find that a lot of people then start leaving. And that creates opportunity for other people. So don't get a fright when all of a sudden everybody's leaving. You know, this is definitely a sinking ship. It's not a sinking ship. Start doing your research. Start playing around. You've got to put the work in.
Yes.
You know, looking for a job these days is a full-time job. You have to put the work in yourself. A job is not going to fall out of the sky and land in your lap.
Unfortunately.
You're going to get this huge salary and travel benefits and, you know, it's just not going to happen. We have to put the work in. And I think our people need to remember that you've got the power in you. You can do it. You can definitely do it. You've just got to pick yourself up in the morning, put your brave face on, look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm going to find a job today.
Absolutely.
And if you get turned down by 25 companies, that's fine. Tomorrow, you will put your brave face on again and do it again. We've got to be persistent about it. But there are definitely opportunities out there for those that will seek them.
Speaking about the opportunities, what platforms are there available for people that feels demotivated and is looking for jobs and wants to get into an industry?
Sure. Goodness gracious. You know, we make use of our websites. I know that there are websites out there where you can, there's one called Trusted Interns for youngsters, where you can actually register and they will hire you as an intern in a field for maybe 3 months so that you can get a bit of experience in the industry and you can actually then look at changing and saying, okay, this is what I want to do. And an intern doesn't mean that you have to be under the age of 21 or you have to have just finished school. You can go and work as an intern at the age of 30. If you are equipped and you are ready to make that change, you can say, yes, no problem, I've got enough saved up in the bank and I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to go work as an intern, go make coffee. You never know what will happen.
Absolutely, Dagny. Thank you so much for sitting down on the couch with us. I think that the most important thing is to get the skills, equip yourself with it, go out there and find a job and secure that job.